My world's full of characters who keep me on my toes. Everyone that I love is peculiar. You're the farthest out by far. And though I'm quite eccentric, you really take the cake.
Cousins, they're sort of absurd, aren't they? Long-distance cousins, I mean. When you're a kid, think about it. It's this self-contained set of playmates that arrives periodically in your home. They're like you, and yet they're not like you. It's like they're your siblings from an alternate universe. They play most of the same games you do, but they're from a different part of the country, so they think you talk funny, and of course you think they talk funny. They play most of the same games you do, but always with slightly different rules. And their favorite game is something you've never even heard of before, but they claim everyone else in the world plays, but which you suspect they probably made up on the car ride into town. And then, just as soon as they come, they're gone, only to return 6 months later. My name is Pearl, and my cousins are Hector and Francis.
We're store fooling in the restaurant room.
Oh wait, I'm born so he's almost flew up with long.
They talk funny. Now, as a child, cousin Francis always carried a phone, which, mind you, it's the 1970s, so people didn't normally carry telephones. But Francis did.
Hi, it's Francis. Who is this? It's Francis. Hi.
Now, as we all know, it's perfectly healthy for children to have imaginary friends. Francis's imaginary friend just happened to be out of town a lot. In retrospect, I think this game helped her develop maturity, as her fake little phone conversations seemed to bring out her inner adult, even at just 6 years old.
Listen, hon. I think you should take the job and give it a try. What's to lose, right? If you don't like it after a few weeks, you could always find something else. Plus, you'll have a little more experience and a little bit more money in the bank. Guys! I'm on the phone with my imaginary friend!
Now, Hector, on the other hand, Hector always carried a dictionary.
Whoa! Look at that! A whole store just for buttons! Buttons, Hector!
Button, plural, buttons, plural of button.
Your point being?
Now, I hadn't seen much of Hector and Francis in adult life. That is, until the eve of our grandmother's 100th birthday, when she expired. You know, like a 99-year lease. Our parents, being typical seniors, were at Burning Man at the time and couldn't be reached. So it fell to Hector, Francis, and I to converge on Grandmama's house to start getting things in order. Grandmama, Meemaw, oh, I should explain that. You see, we called her Grandmama, but her given name was Meemaw, Meemaw Bennington. Meemaw had spent most of her life in the theater world and had constructed a mock ticket booth at the center of her living room, and when she wasn't gambling on badminton or solving crossword puzzles or typing her memoirs, she would be staffing her little ornamental ticket booth, even though she was quite aware that there were never any customers.
Here you are. These are excellent mezzanine seats. You'll get a superb view of the dance numbers. You enter just to the right there, and that's ordinary right, mind you, not stage right. And feel free to check your umbrellas in the lobby, as it really rains during main stage shows. My, I never seem to tire of this game. I never did see any sense in solitaire.
To honor our eccentric grandmother, I proclaim that we, her devoted grandchildren, shall staff her ornamental ticket booth round the clock until her burial.
Eccentric. Adjective applied to habits, orbits, or peculiar individuals.
Hector, this is absurd. Who in the world do you think you're selling tickets to?
Well, I was sort of hoping you two might get the ball rolling.
Hector, you're not going to just stand there and foist tickets onto your own family.
Isn't Isn't that what most theater companies do?
Not when there's no show, they don't.
That's it! We can sell tickets to Grandmama's funeral.
What?
Maybe about $40 a seat for the first 10 rows, then $25.50 for the middle section, and...
Hector!
What?
We cannot sell tickets to our grandmother's memorial service.
Grandmama would have loved the idea. She would show people all the way.
Pearl's right, Hector. I don't think it's a good idea to sell tickets to our grandmother's funeral. I mean, I'm sure she had a lot of friends in the community, but $25.50, I mean, you could get a pretty decent restaurant meal for that.
Don't forget, though, most of her friends would be older, so if we applied a senior discount...
No, that would still be too much. It would be embarrassing with our poor turnout.
Well, I suppose we could do it as a matinee, then I guess $15.50 would be all right.
Maybe.
Hello? We cannot sell tickets to our grandmother's memorial service.
If we do the matinee, are you thinking 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock?
Oh, definitely 2 o'clock.
Why, definitely. I was leaning more towards 4 o'clock.
No, I don't see that at all. No, the more I think about it, the more it has to be 2 o'clock.
Well, I'm not crazy about 2 o'clock.
Ridiculous!
No, the more I think about it, the more I think it really needs to be 4 o'clock.
Don't you know anything about show business?
Thankfully, my cousin's inability to agree on a matinee time derailed the discussion of selling tickets to our grandmother's funeral. With that unfortunate proposal set aside for the moment, I thought it would be a nice idea to start reminiscing about Grandmama. Hey, do you guys remember that time Grandmama set up a track meet here for us?
Yes, that was so much fun.
I'll never forget how she could outrun us all with those long legs of hers.
Long legs? Francis, what are you talking about? Grandma was built like you, petite. You must be thinking of your other grandmother, the one I'm not related to.
No, that one died before we were born.
Are you sure Grandmama didn't have long legs? You know, to match her long nose?
Well, Grandma didn't have a long nose. I cannot believe you two don't remember what our grandmother looks like. Here's a picture of her next to me and my parents.
Oh, that Grandmama!
What do you mean? Oh, that Grandmama!
Well, I suppose it had to come out sooner or later. You see, Hector and I were not faithful. Grandmother-wise, we
grandmothered around. A lot.
I see. It's just the way we're wired, Pearl. I mean, we couldn't stand to be tied down grandmother-wise. We had to be free to be the grandchildren of whomever we pleased, whenever the moment felt right.
Exactly.
I see, I guess I understand, but then you make it sound like you didn't have any special attachment to Grandmama.
Not true. After all, you always remember your first grandmother.
Precisely. Why do you think I'm in this ticket booth?
Yeah, that is what I've been wondering.
I'm in this ticket booth to honor Grandmama.
If you say so.
Come on, buy a ticket.
No.
You won't be disappointed. It's gonna be a great little funeral.
Oh, I have every intention of attending the funeral. I will not be buying a ticket.
Some cousin you are.
I'm sorry.
Look, it doesn't have to be funeral tickets. I could sell you a squabble to the next. Sell you a ticket to the next squabble that Francis and I have. The 6 o'clock squabble is sold out, but I still have some availability for the 7:30 squabble.
Would you get out from behind there already?
Wow, you seem upset. Do you want to talk about it? A 5-minute session only costs 3 tickets.
And I am not Charlie Brown. Hector, this ticket booth is warping your mind.
I'm sorry. It's just that I feel so at home here in this ticket booth. Hasn't that ever happened to you? When you suddenly felt like you were in the exact right place for the first time in your life? I feel so comfortable, so at peace with myself. Why do you think that is?
Not so fast. A 5-minute session is going to cost you 3 tickets.
And this is what it was like with my cousin Pearl. It always seemed like she was fighting me.
Hey, now stop that! You cannot narrate. I'm the primary protagonist of this story.
Don't knock it. At least it got him up from behind the booth.
I don't care. You two cannot narrate. You can, if you have something to say, then say it to each other or to me, or you can do like an aside to the audience, but you can't narrate per se.
At this point, I felt like I needed to clear my head, so I decided I'd take a walk into town.
Hector!
All right. Sorry. I need to clear my head. I am going to walk into town. Walk. Present tense of walked.
I'm sorry if I hurt Hector's feelings. Does he really feel like I'm always fighting him?
Well, I don't think you were supposed to hear that. He was saying that to them.
Yeah, but I did hear it. You see, this is why he shouldn't be narrating. He can't even do it properly. But I am sorry if I ever hurt Hector's feelings or yours. It's just that for so long I begged Mommy and Daddy to give me a little brother or a little sister of my own, and instead what I got was cousins. No offense. Francis? Francis?
Buttons!
Pardon me?
Buttons, girlfriend. Buttons. Buttons on Grandmama's skirts, on her blouses and sweaters, on the microwave console and the television. Wooden buttons, steel buttons, plastic and ceramic buttons, glass, brass, 14-karat gold, and genuine cousin of pearl.
No, you see, well, with one thing and another going on, I had forgotten that among Cousin Francis's, let's call them eccentricities, was a pronounced enthusiasm for buttons.
I'm going to stay up all night and catalog every single button on the premises.
But why?
Because Grandmama deserved no less, that's why. Dear, dear Grandmama, with her sweet smile and her long nose.
Snub nose.
Yeah, whatever.
Now, I must have had some sort of retort to that, but at that point we were interrupted by a knock on the door.
I expect you've been waiting quite a while for your grandmother's attorney to barge in. I said I expect you've been waiting quite a while for your grandmother's attorney. That's what I said. You've been waiting an attorney. How do you like that? I knew I left something behind in the kitchen counter this morning. I thought it was a liverwurst sandwich. It turns out it was my assistant.
You're an attorney at law.
I'm an attorney, but not at law. I've been too busy at the bar. Oh, you may say any two-bit lawyer off the street can spend all day at the bar, but let me tell you, they've set a pretty high bar. And the ladders don't come cheap as they did in my dormitory days. But I brought the will, so you can judge for yourself. I'll even loan you my spare robe. And if you don't like that robe, you can disrobe. Now, as regards to the aforementioned ticket booth.
What do you mean aforementioned? You just got here.
I think what he means is that we previously mentioned
Well,
it.
thank you for letting me make my own excuses. Why, I made more excuses than you've made Cobb salads, and don't think Cobb hasn't complained about it.
You better just let him talk and get this over with. What about this ticket booth?
Yes. What about this ticket booth? How dare you keep me in suspense? You can. According to the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
We aren't in Massachusetts. Massachusetts.
My mistake. I must have been thinking of Cape Cod. According to the laws of the Uncommonwealth of Massachusetts, that ought to fix them, inheritance of ornamental ticket booths skips a generation. Therefore, it is you grandchildren who are eligible to inherit. Though the law requires a 24-hour hiatus and no funny business, otherwise it will be a laughing hiatus.
Well, you can count me out. I don't want this ridiculous thing. Hector, you have it.
Oh, no, you don't. I don't want Hector installing this in our house.
That's right. Francis and I don't want Hector installing Grandmama's ticket booth in our house.
Our house?
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. I don't want to rush you, but the sooner you get out, the better. This time try not to take all my underclothes with you. My trip from my bathtub to my boudoir was one of the most embarrassing experiences of my life. What with the trip to the public library, now I know it's a rotten idea to read library books in the bath.
Look, Mr.
Drainpipe. Silas B. Drainpipe.
Look, Mr. Drainpipe. I really don't think you need to be here for our family conversation.
Well, you'll have to take that up with the playwright, though I think it's a little late for that now, don't you?
What I'm trying to say is that I don't think your presence here is further required.
Is that any way to address a member of the bar? If you're trying to get rid of me, I demand the courtesy of a dignified scram. You, just like Mom always gives me when she's presiding in court.
All right then, scram you!
Suppose this means the engagement is off.
What?
Oh, so now you're interested. As soon as I start talking engagements, you want in. And look, a nice long engagement I had in mind too. 1, 2, 3 years, 5 years of the Schubert. What do I care as long as we're selling seats? And then we could have taken it on the road. I know I would if I were married to you. Well, suit yourself. If you want to plan your grandmother's memorial service all by yourself, it's your funeral. I'll just leave this with you. And we've made up your mind about the ticket booth. You can signal me in the usual legal manner by laying a dead flounder on the windowsill. Then I'll leave the powder on the codicil, and we can sign everything over lunch. Luncheon is served promptly at noon, and don't forget to bring it with you because legal work makes me hungry. If you're running late, take a shortcut. If you're running early, take a haircut.
I really don't want Hector bringing the ticket booth home with us.
So you said.
I'm afraid it'll distort our whole relationship as sister and brother.
I completely understand.
There's a delicate dynamic there, which we dare not disturb.
I completely understand.
Why don't you take it, Carl? You're an only child after all.
That is an excellent question. Why don't I take it? Maybe because it's bulky, it's absurd, I have absolutely no use for it, and plus, I kind of hate it.
But don't you see, this could be exactly what you need to get your hand on some family eccentricity. For decades now, you've been the boring cousin.
Flattery, my dear, will get you nowhere.
Listen, I have an idea. What if Hector comes back and finds out you've claimed the ticket booth?
I already told you I'm not claiming it.
I know. But what if he thinks you have? What if not only he thinks you've claimed it, but you've already had it shipped back to your place?
Won't it be a tad obvious that it's still here, given that it is still here?
I noticed something while Grandma's attorney was here. You see those hinges?
Yeah, so?
So it looks like it can be collapsed down into a box, and then we can shove it out of the way somewhere before Hector gets back. exam. Are you sure? Let's give it a try. Grab that and leave.
I'll be. It's just a long rectangular box. You know, it sort of looks like a...
Hello.
Hector! That was fast.
Yeah, I decided I'd... Hey, what is Grandmama's coffin doing in the middle of the living room?
Oh, it's not.
That's not where it's staying.
Oh.
We're just,
We were just varnishing it.
So, where's the can of varnish?
oh, you see, we were only getting a very light coat. So we didn't bother bringing the whole can in. Pearl carried a little in a teaspoon.
So, where's the teaspoon?
We threw it in the coffin.
Why?
Tradition.
Ah, I see. Hey, what happened to Grandmama's ticket booth?
Oh, yes, the ticket booth. Well, you see,
While you were out, we had a visit from Grandma's attorney.
At law?
actually, he said that the ticket booth would pass to the grandchildren, and then I decided that I really wanted it, so...
And just then, a moving truck happened to pull up into the driveway.
That's right, there was a moving truck,
And it was only using the driveway to turn around. And Pearl ran out and held it.
yeah, I did one of those two-fingered whistles, you know?
Our cousin is great at two-finger whistling, Hector. Did you know that? I didn't know that till I saw her in action.
Wow.
So anyway, I ran right up to the moving truck,
And she explained to them that she had this ticket booth that needed to be sent back to her place as quickly as possible.
to get it out of the way, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it was practically taking up the whole living room. And with all the chairs we're gonna use to set up for the funeral.
So anyway, I made a deal with the moving crew, and that's what happened to the ticket booth.
Yeah.
Hope you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. My personal connection to Grandma's ticket booth was an illusory one. That's what I came to realize when I took my walk into town. Well, that was the second thing I realized.
What was the first thing you realized?
There isn't really a town. Sort of an intersection with a laundromat and a convenience store, and then the road goes off over a mountain in the other direction, and onto a golf course in the other, and I don't play golf, and I didn't have any laundry with me anyway, so...
Later, our parents arrived just in time for the funeral. Hector, who had now studied the photo of Grandmama long enough to more or less remember what she looked like, had offered to preside.
We are gathered here today at this special free matinee to honor Mima Bennington, who left the world in a hurry last Thursday.
Wasn't she nearly 100 years old?
Okay, she wasn't in that much of a hurry. In any case, Mima Bennington was my very first grandma. Grandmama? Grandmama? Grandmama!
After 40 or 50 or 60 or more tickets had elapsed, Francis and I confessed to Hector that the box on the table was not in fact Grandmama's coffin, but was in fact the ticket booth. You see, what with everything going on, Francis and I had forgotten to replace the coffin with Grandma's actual remains in it with the ticket booth. The actual coffin had been delivered to the back porch that morning with a little sticky note that said no signature required, and we just forgot to change it out. We brought in the actual coffin with the real remains, and after the intermission, I'd say about a third of the attendees came back. And then we said goodbye to Grandmama. This thing is giving me the creeps. Can you please unfold it back into a ticket booth?
I thought you said you didn't like it.
I don't, but I would rather be forced to stare at it ticket booth qua ticket booth than ticket booth qua Grandma's coffin. I just don't understand how you feel.
Don't look at me. I am so over that ticket booth. Over! Opposite of under.
Well, we might as well leave it here with the rest of Grandma's stuff. Mr. Drainpipe's gonna have to have an auction anyways. Maybe a theater company will use it as a puppet stage or something. Or a complaint booth.
Still, I feel sort of bad abandoning it like this.
It's not something worth being sentimental over, Pearl. I mean, it's not like it has any buttons on it or anything.
Yeah. Well, good night, Cousin Francis. And that was that. I flew home the next morning, and I haven't seen Hector or Francis since, but I find for the first time in my life I do actually miss them. I'm not sure what happened exactly to the ticket booth, but maybe some theater people did get a hold of it. They're welcome to it, as far as I'm concerned.
Good night, Cousin Pearl. I can't believe Grandmama used to stand here selling tickets to imaginary people. Though, I suppose I should have knocked it if I haven't tried it. And here you are. These are right on the aisle, and I made sure to put you not behind a pillar. And the restrooms are just that way. Wait a second. I know you. You're my imaginary friend from childhood, aren't you? Do you remember me? We used to talk on the phone. My goodness, hon. I'm so sorry I've been out of touch for so long. You wouldn't believe how busy I've been. So how's about you? Mm-hmm. Oh my. Well, oh, okay. Bye, hon. Enjoy the show. And it was only then, after my cousin Pearl had gone to bed, that I had realized what my bedroom back home was missing.
My world's full of characters who keep me on my toes. Everyone that I love is peculiar. You're the farthest out by far. And I'm quite eccentric.